Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're uh, really digging into a fascinating set of documents.
hmm
They give us this unique peek into love, duty, and, well, the tricky social rules of 19th century Russia.
All through one, let's face it, incredibly gripping story.
Exactly. And our mission, as always, is to pull out the most important bits, the surprising facts, give you that shortcut to being really well informed about these, timeless human dilemmas.
Should be some real aha moments today, I think.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's unpack this. There's so much rich ground here.
It really kicks off with a family in crisis, doesn't it?
It does. It starts with Stepan Arkadyevich Oblonsky-Stiva. He's, charming, high-ranking civil servant in Moscow, but he's landed himself in quite the predicament.
The affair with the governess, Mademoiselle Roland.
Right. And he remembers her with this charming gaze, black eyes, sweet smile, full of vitality. But what's striking is his reaction.
How he frames it.
Yeah. He sees it as one of life's most complicated, difficult questions. But then, almost immediately, he concludes you should just, quote, live according to the day's conditions.
Right. Sort of practical to a fault.
Mm.
Or maybe just avoiding the emotional fallout.
It seems like it. That kind of immediate problem solving that just totally sidesteps the chaos underneath.
Well, it's an incredible contrast when you look at his wife, Daria Alexandrovna Dali.
Completely.
For her, it's just absolute devastation. She feels her youth, her beauty, it's all gone. She's overwhelmed by family troubles, hiding in her bedroom.
Just grappling with everything. Her identity, fidelity.
Yeah, and she keeps repeating that word strangers to herself, feeling it has this terrible meaning for them now. Steva's quick jump from complicated questions to live for the day.
It says a lot.
It really does. It suggests for some, morality isn't fixed, it's flexible. A justification. It's not just about the affair, is it? It's that human tendency to rationalize, to prioritize ease over accountability.
Something we definitely still see today. And it's into this raw, fractured situation that Anna Arkadyevna Karenina arrives. Steva's sister, coming from Petersburg.
Summoned to be the mediator.
Right. And there's that almost ironic detail, isn't there, that her own nervous condition was supposedly cured by the train journey itself.
Which is quite poignant considering the emotional journey she's about to start. The train, it becomes such a symbol later, too.
Definitely.
Okay, so Anna arrives, and this is where it gets really interesting.
The train station encounter.
Exactly. She meets Count Vronsky. And the description, it's just striking. She has this unusual sweetness, sparkling green eyes, this vibrant energy trying to be contained.
Let's picture it.
Yeah, expressed through a delicate smile. And Vronsky feels this immediate, intense connection, like a force gathering inside him, pointed right at her.
Wow. Love at first sight, basically.
Pretty much. He impulsively follows her back to Petersburg. He feels like just seeing her, hearing her voice, that's his only happiness now. Compares the feeling to flying.
An instant magnetic pull, almost faded, like you said.
Meanwhile, though, there's this whole other narrative unfolding.
Right. Konstantin Levin, Steva's cousin.
Yeah, the devoted landowner. He travels to Moscow for a totally different reason.
To propose to Kitty Sherbatskaya.
Right. And he feels really out of place in that high society world, thinks he's unfit compared to the other men.
A bit insecure, maybe.
Definitely feels that way. And Kitty, she's young, 18, a debutante.
And she's caught between Levin and Vronsky.
Exactly. The classic setup. And, well, hoping for Vronsky, she turns Levin down.
Ouch. How does that impact her?
Oh, it sends her into a really significant decline, both physically and spiritually. She gets quite ill.
Seriously ill.
Enough that the family arranges for her to go abroad to recover. The doctor recommends fish oil, iron medicines, poultices, the works, really, plus the trip.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. And while she's abroad, she finds this unexpected solace, purpose even, caring for others.
How so?
She befriends Mademoiselle Varenka, this very selfless woman doing charity work. Kitty really admires her. It's like an aha moment for her.
Seeing a different way to live.
Exactly. It exposes the brutal transactional nature of marriage in their society, like women being up for sale. It makes Kitty question her own value beyond just being, a commodity.
That's a huge shift for her. Sets the stage for some real self-discovery.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating contrast to the pressures she was under before.
Okay, so while Kitty's off finding herself, let's pivot back to Petersburg. Because Anna's life is taking a very, very different turn.
Far more dramatic.
That intense connection with Vronsky is about to clash head-on with her husband's world.
Alexei Alexandrovich Karenin.
Yeah. Presented as this man totally consumed by strict duty public life. Works at the ministry, focused on efficiency, avoiding unnecessary expenses and bureaucracy.
He sounds like he lives in a world of absolute order.
That's how it seems. Is that typical for his position, do you think, or is there a unique rigidity to him specifically?
That's a great question. I mean, his position demands order, sure, but the text definitely paints him as exceptionally rigid. And this intense focus on duty, it shapes his whole reaction to the affair, initially.
How does he react at first?
He hears the gossip, perceives the possibility of his wife loving someone else as illogical, absurd. He calls it a foolish suspicion.
Because it disrupts his work, his ordered life.
Exactly. It disrupts his important work. He even likens his life to a bridge over an abyss. His ordered existence threatened by this chaos of raw emotion.
Wow. A bridge over an abyss. That's quite an image.
It is. And he's grappling, his desire for control versus his Christian belief in forgiveness. He thinks about divorce.
That's complicated.
Very. Societal norms, religious rules. So he decides on a course of action, maintain appearances, offer Anna a path to redemption. He believes that aligns with his religious duty.
So control and duty win out over, perhaps, confronting the actual emotional reality.
Initially, yes. It's almost ironic, isn't it? His meticulous efficiency at work completely blinds him to the emotional hurricane brewing right under his own roof.
Like trying to spreadsheet a hurricane, as you said earlier.
Exactly.
It's a brilliant analogy, and it makes me think, how does that compare with someone like Levin? He seems to be seeking purpose in a completely different way, almost anti-establishment.
That is a fantastic comparison. Levin is absolutely carving his own path. After Kitty rejects him, he goes back to his country estate.
Right, gets deep into agricultural reforms.
Deeply. He's driven by this desire to find self-satisfaction, peace, and pride. What do you think that search means for him, especially compared to the society pressures we've seen?
Well, it feels like a rejection, doesn't it? A rejection of that superficiality everyone else seems caught in. But it's not easy for him.
No, definitely not.
He runs into challenges. The peasants resist his new methods.
Yeah, the sources mention that amusingly, right? How they'd sometimes damage his machinery because they got bored sitting under the turning wings or couldn't be bothered with the plow correctly.
It just brilliantly shows that clash, intellectual ideals versus the messy reality of human nature.
Perfectly put. No matter how grand the vision, people are still, well, people.
And that struggle seems important for his development.
Crucial. Meanwhile, back in Petersburg, things are escalating. A major dramatic event forces Karenina into this moment of really surprising vulnerability.
This is when Anna gives birth.
Yes, to Vronsky's child. She has a near-death experience, becomes delirious, reveals everything.
And Karenina, what happens?
He undergoes this profound transformation unexpectedly. He sees Vronsky crying, and he feels this, quote, happy feeling of love and forgiveness.
Wow, for Karenina, that seems huge.
It is. He actually embraces Vronsky, forgives Anna, completely defies societal expectations.
Is it presented as a total, genuine transformation? Even for someone so rigid?
In that moment, yes. It seems genuinely profound, almost spiritual, like extreme circumstances just broke through those walls.
Incredible. But Vronsky's reaction?
Equally intense. Overwhelmed by this unexpected grace, this forgiveness from the man he wronged, he attempts suicide, shoots himself in the chest.
Does he?
No, he only wounds himself. But it raises that really interesting question, doesn't it? Is it sometimes easier to forgive your enemy than to forgive yourself?
That's heavy. Vronsky clearly couldn't handle Karenina's compassion, the weight of his own guilt.
Seems that way. The guilt became unbearable when faced with forgiveness instead of vengeance.
So while Petersburg is just exploding with all this high drama, back on the country estate, things are resolving differently for Levin.
Yes, his journey finds its resolution too. He reconnects with Kitty.
And she's changed, matured from her time abroad.
Significantly. And then there's that beautiful moment, the second proposal.
Not with words, right? With the chalk on the table.
Exactly. He writes the first letters of his feelings. WYAICMBDYNTMON. When you answered, it cannot be, did you mean then or never?
And she understands immediately. Writes her own letters back, accepts.
It's such a powerful example of that unspoken understanding, shows how much they've both grown, how they connect on a deeper level now.
It really does.
And Levin's experiences, with the farm, his personal life, they lead him to these deep philosophical insights.
Beyond just the farming itself.
Way beyond. He works alongside the peasants, finds this real satisfaction, this connection in physical labor, like scything.
Getting his hands dirty, literally.
Right. But the real turning point, perhaps, is his brother Nikolai's death.
His rebellious brother.
Yes. That forces Levin to confront mortality head-on, leads to this intense period of thinking about life's meaning, death's inevitability.
And what does he conclude?
He starts to realize his true purpose might not be in abstract theories or making money. It's more about the well-being of his community, shared labor. He even dreams of kind of bloodless revolution based on justice.
So finding meaning in connection, in purpose, not just status or passion.
Exactly. A realization that happiness isn't just in grand gestures or society's approval, but in that deep personal connection and purposeful action. A very different path from Anna or Vronsky.
What a journey for everyone involved. We've really seen this rich tapestry, haven't we? Lives grappling with love, loss, duty, that relentless search for happiness.
Absolutely. From Steva's kind of casual indifference,
And Tully's quiet despair.
Anna's tragic passion, Karenin's really unexpected grace.
And Levin's profound journey of self-discovery. The material just highlights these timeless complexities, doesn't it? Human relationships, the different paths we take.
And each character, in their own way, is searching for an answer to life's most complicated questions, as Steva put it right at the start.
Yeah, good point.
Whether it's sticking rigidly to norms, chasing forbidden love, or finding fulfillment in honest work, the pursuit of happiness, it's universal, but so uniquely personal.
These characters definitely show that true fulfillment often lies beyond just what society expects.
It takes courage to live authentically, doesn't it? Even if that means stepping off that comfortable bridge Karenin imagined.
So, thinking about this deep dive, what stands out most to you, our listener? Consider how often, maybe like some of these characters, we might find ourselves living a kind of reflected life.
Focused on appearances, on expectations.
Instead of engaging directly with the raw, messy, beautiful life itself, what would it take for you to truly step off the bridge and maybe into the abyss, or perhaps just the reality of genuine experience?
Something to definitely think about.